Hi there, I'm Katie Brown and welcome back to the final part of this module. In the last video, we explored creative ways to complement your learning style when creating notes. In this video, we're going to take the concept further and explore how it applies to revising your created notes. For many students, revision is being able to memorize your notes and replicating them when you're under exam conditions. It's certainly important to be able to recall facts and figures and chemical formulas, etc. However, memorization is not a one-size-fits-all skill, and the practical process of remembering content applies more for some subjects than it does for others. For instance, important dates and formulas are pieces of content that you need to know off by heart. However, simply relying on memorization of content isn't as effective when it comes to syllabus points that ask you to evaluate, synthesize, or argue for or against a certain perspective. The process of answering questions that require a higher order analysis means that you need to demonstrate a deeper understanding of what can sometimes be pretty abstract concepts. Simply having a surface level understanding is unlikely to land you that Band 6 result. You need to expand your skills past memorization and use additional methods of studying. And one of your first port of calls should be past papers. It's one of the most effective ways to test yourself and you get experience under exam conditions. Okay, time set and go. To get the most out of past papers, it's best to do them in a set time limit and check your answers after you've finished so you can see if there's any gaps in your revision. Another excellent way of revision goes back to the learning styles that we talked about in part 2. Although it may not work for everyone, it's highly recommended that you try a study group so you can test each other's knowledge of the content.
Do you want to test each other and see how much we know?
Yeah, sure. What you'll find is that when you're in a study group and explaining the content to someone else, you'll be able to retain that information a lot more easily. The learning by teaching concept forces you to gain clarity while you have to explain a concept to somebody else. Discussing a concept with friends is also a great way to gain interest and enthusiasm for what you're learning about. And if you enjoy something, the more likely you are to remember it as opposed to just memorizing it. So one of the key takeaways from this module is that knowing what type of learner you are will help you play to your strengths. And if you combine this with a more strategic interpretation of the syllabus, it can be used as a guide to construct notes that are tailored towards your learning style, which in turn makes learning and revising notes so much easier. I really hope you've learned something valuable from this module. And don't forget to check out all the other modules for more ways that you can achieve ATAR success. I'm Katie Brown, thank you so much for watching.